going to look at is CMG. That is Chipotle Mexican Grill. All right, so this one's going to be up there pretty high in the share price. I think it's about time for a split, maybe. No, just my opinion, seeing that,
Hmm.
given the opportunities out there. But hey, so we're going to be looking all over the board. Like I said, we go from a 000 stock all the way up to 365 within 3 hours. That's just how we roll. So again, we're gonna wait for that confirmation candle. If you're following the chart on this, okay, uh, right here. I mean, this wasn't a good confirmation here. Had 2 red days and you had a green day, right here on October 28th. And when that happened, I would have said, hey, you know, it's about time for this to start moving up, but it didn't. I mean, it had 2 more days of a red before it started moving up, but it did. And just looking at the chart here, I'm sure Joe pulled this up here, but obviously the earnings probably had an issue over here on October 25th because the earnings came out, and that earnings came out right here, and we seen a drop off, pretty big drop off from there. So that was trading at $411 ish, $417 to be exact on the high of that day of October 25th. The next day, dropping down, hitting a low of 362. So that was a pretty damn big dip for a big board like that. So I mean, that's stuff that you see drop like that in penny stocks, to be honest. So over here on the 5th, again, you had a high of $410.83 a share, and the next day opening at 379. So we go from opening the one day at 402 cents, $400.02, to the next day opening up almost $21 cheaper. So that was just recently, 2 days ago. And now here you are, 2 red days in a row. I'm going to place a hold on this. I think it'd be wise to just hold on this if you're interested in it. I mean, I don't. I know that I don't necessarily follow every move that every single stock makes, but I have heard negative press with with Chipotle in like the last 8 months. Um, and striking back here on the chart, uh, a year, it's just been getting beat up. So it dropped down from October 20th of 2015 and been basically holding steady since. I mean, yeah, it'll go from 365 to 500, which you see that here, but after that, it's been dropping down. So you're at really close to all-time lows. You're hitting a support right now at 365.01 where it's at right now. So that's basically all I have to add for Chipotle. But as far as a technical standpoint, I would hold. I'm going to put a hold on this because I want to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Um, maybe even Friday. Okay, to see if you start seeing a reversal. But right now, the chart's not looking too good, in my opinion. So, Joe, if you'd like to add anything else.
No, no. The thing that caught my attention on this is how it's like, right there traded near the 52-week low,
Okay.
and then when you really look into it, I mean, they had them issues with their
Quality.
little yeah. Well, I mean, I forget what it was. There was something that was going on where people were getting sick in a few stores
Right.
or a few restaurants. I know on a personal level, like me, I would still go and eat there, and then but I mean, I like this. I like it. But my wife, where maybe that's the issue that they're having, they just need to kind of like press into getting that trust factor back, because my wife refuses to eat there still, and it kind of aggravates me because I'll
Really?
go there and she refuses, yeah,
Why? Because of
because of
the.
that.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have a problem doing it, I'll go and eat there. I mean, shit happens.
Right.
But I mean, when you look at it too, you got Ackman has a 10% stake in them right now too, so
Well,
he's
especially with.
he's been known to be pretty good at picking stocks.
Right, but something that you got to remember too, though, is when it comes down to these mega restaurants like Chipotle, McDonald's, Burger King. Granted, yeah, Chipotle doesn't have more stores than McDonald's, but man, it takes one bad apple, it could destroy you. I mean, really,
Mm.
like, you know what I mean? It's like they got to stay on top of that stuff. Can you imagine a big outbreak from McDonald's food? I'm
I'm
serious.
sure
What
it's
it'd
probably
be
happened before. I mean, they've been around long enough.
Right,
I
but
think
like,
right now with the power of social media and
yes,
everything else and the way everything
I was
it
just
just
gonna literally
goes,
say that.
perception, it's just different,
Hmm.
where maybe that could have happened to McDonald's 10, 15 years ago and we never really knew about it because it was in the local newspaper and or maybe that local news channel like reported on it like, oh, a couple people got sick over here and that was it. They kept it like minimal. Whereas something like this, when that happens, it's just blown out. And
Hmm.
then that perception. So I mean, my biggest thing is I'd like to see them change that perception, and I want my wife to be able to like want to go there.
Right,
Make my wife want to go there. That way I can sit there and start going and eating there again,
right.
which I still do. But I mean, it's not easy for me to go and eat at a place when my wife doesn't want to go eat there either.
No, I
So now
agree.
it's like a
You,
lunch thing,
you know, real
and
quick,
it's yeah.
on the whole social media thing, I just want to throw this in there because I tell my wife this. I mean, you know, things have changed with social media. We can all agree on that. Like I always tell her, you know, if a UFO landed or crashed or hovered above any city in the United States or the world, I'm just throwing this out there because you never know, right? If it happened today, it will be over every single social media before the actual media finds out. There will be videos, there will be pictures, there will be everything before it's even on mainstream media.
Mm.
Nowadays, you go back to 1940s, nah, there was nothing there. You know what I mean? And that's all you got. But the social media has changed every single company forever. Really, I mean everything because it could blow up a company, it could kill a company. It really
Mm.
can. I mean, that's the power of social media. And you're
They'll
seeing,
be live streaming. You know what I mean? It'll be like live streamed
yeah,
everywhere on Facebook.
look at, right. I know. I mean, this is a whole topic itself, and I don't want to get all into it, but I mean, look at independent media now. I mean, independent media is getting so big, so freaking big, so fast now. And they're saying that there was a recent poll that 95% of people do not trust the mainstream media. 95%. I mean, that is nuts, dude. I mean, I could see 20, 30, 40 maybe, but 95% of people say that they don't trust mainstream media, that they go to Twitter, they go to YouTube, they go to Facebook for news now. The only reason why I brought that up is because you brought it up with social media, and you know what? We're gonna keep moving through the list here, Joe. And
Hmm.
in a few stocks from here, there's a big drop in one of these stocks that we're gonna be talking about coming up next. The next three stock tickers. And when we get to that, social media was the responsible one for the drop in this stock, and we'll talk about that when we get there. So that is all I have to add for Chipotle.
Already.